Income. It is necessary to first determine what class of applicant you are in order to determine whose income is to be taken into account when assessing your application for grant funding. Classification of applicants. Applicant class, dependent or independent. A student's class is defined when they first enter an approved course at further or higher education and remains the same for the duration of their studies. Applicant class falls into two categories, and an applicant's class is defined at their first point of entry in further or higher education and remains the same. That is, dependent students or independent students. Dependent students. A student is defined as dependent when they are under 23 years of age on January 1st of the year of their first point of entry in further or higher education. They are over 23 years of age on January 1st of the year of their first point of entry in further or higher education, but were still residing with their parents in the October prior to that. They will be classified as a mature dependent student in this instance. As a dependent student, you will be assessed under your own income, if applicable, and your parents' or legal guardian's income in determining your eligibility for funding. Independent students. A student is defined as independent when they were over 23 years of age on January 1st of the year of their first point of entry into further or higher education. They were living independently from their parents in the October prior to the year of their first point of entry into further or higher education. As an independent student, you will be assessed under your own income and your spouse, civil partner or cohabitant's income in determining your eligibility for funding. It is important to note that documentary evidence will be required as proof of living independently if you're applying as an independent student. For a list of documentation accepted as evidence of independent residency, please go to www.susi.ie. If you cannot provide any of the accepted documents listed on www.susi.ie, then you cannot apply as an independent student and must, therefore, apply as a dependent student. Reclassification. Your applicant class can be changed from dependent to independent under the following circumstance. If you are progressing from further education into higher education for the first time and are 23 years of age or over on January the 1st of the year when you first enter higher education, and you have been living independently from your parents or legal guardians from the October in the year prior to your first point of entry into higher education. Or on re-entry, your applicant class may also be changed from dependent to independent under the following circumstance. If you have had a full 3-year break in studies and you have not attended within the last 3 years a course leading to a major award at levels 1 to 10 of the National Framework of Qualifications. The 3-year break is calculated from the time you deregister or complete your last course to the start date of the approved course you wish to attend, having previously attended an approved course. And you are 23 years of age or over on January the 1st of the year when you re-enter further or higher education, and you have been living independently from your parents or legal guardians from the October in the year prior to your first point of re-entry into further or higher education. It is important to note that although you may be reclassified as independent, any repeat period of study necessary will still apply. For each academic year, your application will be assessed based on the gross income from all sources, inside and outside the state, for the previous year, 1st of January to 31st of December, to the current year. Or, to put it more clearly, if you're going to college this coming September, then it will be the gross income from all of the last year under which your application will be assessed. The portion of gross income considered by SUSI when assessing your eligibility for a grant is called your reckonable income. Certain incomes are not included in calculating reckonable income and are known as income disregards. You can find a full list of these disregarded payments on our website, www.susi.ie. A deduction can be made for holiday earnings earned outside term time for an applicant who was in full-time education and also employed during the previous year. A deduction can also be made in respect of any pension contributions that have not already been deducted at source, provided that they are allowable by revenue. Please note that we do not allow any deductions for outgoings, for example, mortgage payment, medical expenses, etc., from the gross income for assessment purposes. If you are unsure whether any income should be included in your application, you should include it anyway. Award levels. The level of award an applicant may be eligible for is determined by their reckonable income. Other factors determining the rate of award you may receive include 1. The number of dependent children in the household. Income thresholds vary for families with 0 to 3 dependent children, 4 to 7 dependent children, 8 or more dependent children. A dependent child is determined as a child being under 16 years of age, a child over 16 years of age and who is in full-time education, a child over 16 who is certified as permanently unfit to work due to a medical condition. 2. The number of any other relevant persons in the household who are also attending full-time third-level education.